On his way, Nezha stumbled upon a strange, ancient scroll. Curious, he reached out and touched it, and just like that, the scroll seemed to come alive and sucked him right in. After a dizzying, head-spinning moment, he tumbled out onto a grassy meadow. Before he could even get his bearings, he heard the familiar voice of Taiyi nearby. The master produced a brush, the brush of the world, and explained that with it, anything inside this painted realm could be shaped and changed at will. Taiyi took Nezha on a journey through this tiny world. They swept across snow-capped mountains gleaming white in every direction and drifted along crystal-clear streams as still as glass. Nezha was completely swept up in the wonder of it all. Seeing that his plan was working, Taiyi seized the moment and came clean. He wanted Nezha to take him as his master. But Nezha wasn't having any of it. Not only did he flat out refuse, he went ahead and relieved himself right there in the middle of Taiyi's precious little world. Suddenly, a rock morphed into a giant pair of scissors right beneath him. Nezha leapt onto another stone just in the nick of time. That little trick sparked something in him. Now he was interested. He decided he'd at least pick up the basics from Taiyi. The master taught him the most fundamental spells, and Nezha threw himself into practicing right away. Taiyi, meanwhile, stretched out on a rock and promptly fell fast asleep. By the time afternoon rolled around and Taiyi finally woke up, he was startled to find that Lady Een had somehow made her way into the scroll world. She was looking everywhere for Nezha but couldn't spot him anywhere, until they both noticed a figure floating face down on the surface of a nearby pond. Taiyi panicked. Without a second thought, he launched himself off the ledge and plunged into the water. They pulled Nezha out, and after checking his pulse, Taiyi determined he could still be saved. He immediately began CPR, drew in a deep breath and blew it straight into Nezha's mouth. The belly kept swelling with each breath until, boom, it exploded. When the smoke cleared, Taiyi realized in horror that he hadn't just saved Nezha. He'd been giving mouth-to-mouth to a giant toad, and the slime now plastered all over his face, deadly poison. Within seconds, it spread through his entire body. Lady Een, watching the whole thing unfold, doubled over laughing, and a moment later, dropped the disguise and turned back into Nezha. Taiyi desperately tried to fish the antidote out of his pants, but his body had already locked up and he couldn't reach it. He had no choice but to beg Nezha for help. Nezha reached in and pulled out the fire-tipped spear, accidentally triggering a trap in the process, setting Taiyi ablaze. Right at that moment, Lady Een and Li Jing arrived on the scene. Li Jing quickly threw off his cape and beat out the flames. Taiyi called Nezha over to formally take him as his master. Nezha crossed his arms and made it very clear he wasn't interested. As far as he was concerned, vanquishing demons and saving the world sounded a lot less appealing than taking a nap right where he stood. That's when his father told him a well-meaning lie. Nezha's true identity, Li Jing said, was the spirit pearl reborn in human form. Lady Een played right along, adding that it was precisely because he was the reincarnation of the spirit pearl that Nezha had been born with such extraordinary strength, and why people had always seen him as something other than ordinary. Nezha could hardly believe it. Him, the spirit pearl reincarnate.